All right, Khan, Shalom, Israel, Shalom to the Torah, Yasharala, giving the chorus, all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Mahashiach, Malak Yahweh. That's all praises, honor, glorification unto the Most High God Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son Yahweh. This is Brother Yasharala.
Brother Ahbayah.
Khan, coming back, show yet another video through the Spirit and Pod Yahweh, Bahashem, Mahashiach, Malak Yahweh. All right, another, Shar Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom to all that's observing it today. All praises to the Most High God for another, restful day to the Spirit, another day to serve the Lord, another day to praise His name, and another day of laboring as well. So all praises to the Most High God. And of course, the plug-in, the brother next to me. If you haven't been watching our videos, the brother next to me is a good brother, part of W5 Atlanta, Brother Ahbayah. He has a YouTube channel as well as an Instagram page you can check out. Very, very good brother. He's been laboring with me for almost 2 years now. All right. So all praise to the Most High. All right. So Khan. So as you can see from the title of the video, we're going to be going into the days of the madness and evil, right? The times that we're living in right now. So we might pull up certain current events, certain things and the wickedness, that we have to be talking about the wickedness that's being, done in these last days right now, man. Because that'll refresh your mind, because a lot of brothers, they get complacent, they kind of just linger, like it says in the book of Genesis, right? About Lot. They're lingering in this thing. We want to get out of here as soon as possible, right? So yeah, we're not going to go into if the brothers is just they're going to click off the video, right? Certain brothers are going to click off the video because they're saying, oh man, they're going into the wickedness. No. They're going into the current events, the prophecy. No, I don't want to get into that, right? Why aren't you guys talking about how long Ruth's hair was? How come you guys aren't talking about and going into the shoes that Yahweh wore upon the earth, right? How come you guys aren't going into the certain tools that Joseph, right, was using, being a carpenter, right? Or what did the coat look like? Joseph's coat, you know what I'm saying? That Jacob gave him. We're not going to be going into that. That's kind of pointless, right? We as watchmen, the Lord said that we're watchmen. Right, let's go to the book of Isaiah, man. Our job is to tell you the wickedness and the prophecies that's happening right now. All right, so let's go to the book of Isaiah real quick. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, all right, chapter 21, right, in verse 6. For thus saith the Lord, for thus hath the Lord said unto me, go set a watchman, let him declare what he seeth. So the Lord said, go set a watchman, let him declare what he seeth, man. And what do we see? Prophecies happening. What do we see? Wickedness increasing in the earth. So that's what we have to go tell you, man. Right? Our talk should not be of the folly that we had in the world. Like how the Lord said we had in our time past in the world, our conversation, right? Of lust and the concupiscence. That's not our conversation now. Our conversation should be in heaven, like it says in the book of Philippians, the 3rd chapter, man. Right? And our talk should be of Yahweh Vashim Yahweh Shah, and pointing out all the wickedness that's happening in this world right now. So, Khan, you got it.
Khan, to touch on what the brother's saying, I'm going to get a precept real quick. In Hosea chapter 8 and verse 1, set the trumpet to thy mouth. So the Lord says, set the trumpet to your mouth, man. And what do you do with the trumpet? You blow that thing. You're not whispering with the trumpet. You're not playing patty cake with the trumpet. You're blowing that trumpet to give a warning. You got different warning, what's called signals with the trumpet. You got the trumpet at the new moon. You blow the trumpet for the new moon. You get the trumpet when it's time to go to war. And you also have that trumpet to blow when someone's going off. When you go out there on the highways and byways, you have to let these people know that, look, you're going off. You have to repent or the Lord's going to kill you, man. If we don't do that, guess what? We're going to have blood on our hands, right? So let's get Isaiah 58 verse 1 as well. And it reads, the classic, cry out loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. And like I said before, there's no trumpet that's just low. You got the trombone, the trumpet. It's loud, man. Someone in a baseball stadium, you might be at the football field, you might be at one touchdown zone, the other person at the other touchdown zone. If you blow that trumpet, they'll hear it, man. Right? It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, in the house of Jacob their sins. And that's what the Lord put on the brother's spirit to do a video about, man. A lot of wickedness is happening on the earth, and we have to go into it to warn our people not to partake in this wickedness that's coming upon the earth. Because Satan is looking to get you, and to trap you, man, in this world. But
Khan, that's right. That's right. You know, and the Lord put in my spirit to do so, and in the brother's spirit to go into this. Okay, because let's go to the book of right, Salakia. Right, I'm thinking about a lot of precepts. Let's go to the book of First Corinthians. All right, I'll get this one. All right, First Corinthians chapter 7 and verse number 35. It says, "In this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is comely." So we're not doing this video to cast a snare upon brothers and sisters, right? We're not going into this video, right, and saying this and that, and then you can't do this, you can't do that, to cast a snare upon brothers and sisters, man. Not to entrap them, right? But to what? It says what? Salakia. Not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is comely, and that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction. So we have to limit the distractions, right, in these last days, man, because there's a lot of distractions in the world. Okay, down to social media, you have a lot of distractions that come from social media, you know, and you could be scrolling upon TikTok, and then the minutes and the hours go by just like that. 2 hours, boom, you spent 2 hours on TikTok. That's why they call it TikTok, man, because the time be ticking fast, right? You have a lot of distractions from school, a lot of distractions in your work. You might be caught up in your work, and then this is now you're worrying about this, stressing about it, sweating. You know what I'm saying? Now you're thinking about that. So there's a lot of distractions in this world, down to your phone, and all of a sudden you could be studying on your laptop, and then certain ads pop up, certain ads. And now you click on the ad. It looks like a cool t-shirt. Now you're spending damn 30 minutes shopping, for no reason. No, you don't even have the money to do so, but you just shopping. Man, I can get that. This is not. Look, there's a lot of distractions in this world, man. And this world is wicked, and if we look at this world, because remember, it's well pleasing to the eyes, right? Let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 4, like how the brother said, right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 4. So Satan, he's always constantly attacking us and tempting us, just like how you tempted Yahweh, right? Matthew chapter 4, right, in verse number 5. Then the devil taketh them up in the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of Man, right, Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Right? Verse 7, Yahweh said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Here's the point. Again, the devil taking them up into an exceeding high mountain, and showed them all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them. So Satan, he took Yahweh, right, to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms in the world in the moment of time and the glory of them. What's the glory of the kingdoms? Right? The women, the riches, the gold, the prosperity, the fame, people bowing down onto you. Hey, guess what? In one of my classes, we were learning about the Prince of Saudi Arabia. You know how much money this one man has, man? It's ridiculous. He's a literal billionaire, man. A literal billionaire. Hey, Jake, you think that you have money just because you have a damn $200 Gucci belt and a $200 pairs of shoes, right? And a $100 pair of Levi's, and you're riding in a Tesla. Now you think that you have money? This man, this Prince of Saudi Arabia, literally has 1,000 women and billions of dollars, man. People bow down onto him, right? So guess what? These nations, they have money, they have power, man. And you, Jake, you covet after that power. You covet after money, because you want all the women. You want all the damn clothes of vanity. You want all the Jordans and the Nikes. But guess what? All that's going to burn in a moment's instance, man. All that is wicked, right? And has nothing to do with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. Says, and saith unto him, All these things will I give thee if thou will fall down and worship me. So that's why a lot of our people, they want to side with Satan, because they want that deal, man. They want to sell their soul because they want that deal, right? They want to live in pleasure and prosperity now, but guess what? They're going to be crying later, all right? But Khan, you got it, King.
Khan got two preachers to touch on what the brother's saying, right? Satan going to give you your heart's desire. The Most High can bless you, and Satan can bless you too. These people out in the world, guess what? Satan blesses them and distracts them and keep their mind boggled so they won't know what's really going on. It blinds them. Even David said in Romans, how Paul quoted him, it's a stumbling block, man. Satan is a stumbling block to a lot of people, right? There's a book of Second Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 14, and it reads, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So you might behold something glittering. It's the thing you wanted. You were over here praying for a car, and guess what? Out of nowhere, it's a beautiful car that you can get, right? That's what Satan blessed you. The Most High didn't give that to you. The Satan's giving that to you. All of a sudden, you got people in the truth praying for a wife, right? And guess what? You pray for that thing. The next day, a so-called coincidence, I forgot how they say it, but a coincidence. You at the store. There's a sister right there. It's everything you wanted. She said, Shalom, y'all have a conversation, right? 2 days in of so-called courting, y'all at each other's houses doing the thing. And the whole time she wicked. That's Satan right there, man. Everything that glitter doesn't mean it's gold, paraphrasing on however they say it, man. Right? You gotta understand, Satan can trap you in these things. There's a book of Second Corinthians, chapter 2 and verse 11, and it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. The people in the world, they're ignorant. They're unknown. Like the brother said, TikTok, we know that's Satan's device. You over here, well, I mean, I did read, I did study. Let me get on Instagram real quick. I just want to look at a couple posts. Next thing you know, you scrolling for 2 hours. You in your bookmark scrolling for 2 hours, laughing at nothing but vain videos and following this, man. You on
Right.
TikTok in a trance scrolling for 3 hours, man. And right when you get done with that, you say you're tired, then you go to sleep. That's Satan devices. Satan is meant to distract you in this world. The so-called white men don't want you to know what's really going on. While you watching football, while you watching basketball, while you committing wickedness, you committing adultery, you smoking, that's the best that the so-called white men, the so-called white men love when you're distracted. Because when you distracted behind closed doors, guess what? They trying to handle everything so you won't know, right? I think I got another precept. You can't come back to me, dang. Let's just spare the Lord. But Khan, yeah, Satan has a lot of people distracted. Oh yeah, Khan, got it. Right? Let's go to Second Timothy chapter 2 and verse 26. Because at the end of the day, man, everything that's happening in the world is a trap. Everything is a trap, man. You gotta watch out. Just because you see the cheese, don't mean it's not a trap. A rat is see the cheese, and guess what? Some rats, some mice, they have guess what? They have good what's it called discretion. They have good discernment to know. Look, hey, it's a trap. I already know it because I saw my brother get killed the other day. And with some mice, some other rats, they're very foolish. They go for that cheese and get trapped, man. This is the book of Second Timothy, chapter 2, and verse 26, and it reads, and that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil, who are taken captive by him at his will. So it's our duty to get people, to recover people out of the snare of the devil. Some people are really trapped in the ways of Esau, man. In the truth. You might be smoking. That's a trap. You may be with a wicked ass woman. You can't get away from her because you didn't court her and prove her. That's a trap. Or with the wicked behind man in the truth. He's beating you, man. Right? All hell breaking loose because it's a trap, man. Satan got you because you wasn't on your P's and Q's. Even before the Lord comes back, a lot of people, Shalom, King.
One.
A lot of people gonna be trapped in this thing, man. So we gotta understand that we can't be trapped by Satan in these last days. Come on, brothers got it.
That's right. That's right. Hey, slide. I had a precept real quick, right? On what the brother was saying. That's right, man. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of traps in this world, man. A lot of wickedness that goes on. Right. And guess what? Our people sometimes they even realize that, damn, I'm being oppressed by a damn spirit, by a damn demon. You know what I'm saying? I think I heard that song too, right? This man, this dude, I believe he's an Israelite as well. But in this rap song, he was like, yeah, the demons won't let me alone, right? So he knows, right? This man is not in the truth, but he understands that he has demons plaguing his mind, and he cannot cease from sin, man. Like how the scripture says, they cannot cease from sin, right? They just gotta commit fornication. You just gotta smoke. The blunt is just calling them. It's like, I'm trying to stop, but hey, even that clip, that video of what's his name? Damn, Drewski, right? Drewski, he was making fun, basically a parody, making fun of Atlanta Jakes, right? Essentially. But and the apparently the Atlanta Jake's the heavy on that lean, right? And essentially he was acting like an Atlanta Jake. He was like, I love that, it's like the lean, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stop, but I just can't. I just can't. But it really bad for me. The doctor said I can't. I gotta stop drinking it. But I just, what I'm saying? It's like, they just can't cease from sin, man. Right? They just want to please the flesh, and these spirits are just hopping on them and oppressing them. Right? Let's go to the book of Acts, chapter 10, and verse 38. How the Most High anointed Yahushua Nazareth with the Holy Spirit and with power, who went about doing good and healing all that were oppressed of the devil, for the Most High was with him. And that's what these brothers are doing right now, right? We're healing those that are oppressed of the devil, right? We're converting them into the faith, right? And giving them that spiritual healing with the word, all right? Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 3, right? Yeah, so you can be literally oppressed by a demon, man, right? Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 3, and verse number 23. Therefore, the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims. So these cherubims are angels, right? And a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. So that's Satan's job, man, to keep man from the tree of life, to keep you Israelites away from the truth. That's Satan's job. And he's doing a very, very good job at doing that, man. And what is Esau? Because remember, Esau is that physical counterpart of Satan. Like he's, on a flip side, Esau is like Satan's chosen people. Just like how we're the Most High's chosen people. Guess what? You got that on the left-hand side. Satan, he chose Esau, man. Right? Now, Esau, he'll give you all these devices, like how the brother brought out. He'll give you all these devices. He'll give you a damn PlayStation 5. Now, the brother, he just got a PlayStation 5. Now that's all he does. And he's just on the PlayStation 5 all day. Right? Now he's playing the next big game, huh? Right? Hey, instead of reading, right? Now you have the gaming consoles, you got social media, you got TikTok, and Instagram, all this other stuff. That's all distractions, man, to keep you from the tree of life, right? But Khan, you got it, King.
Yeah, Yishmayah.
Khan, Salakia. I want to get this precept in the book of Revelation, chapter 2. The brothers go to Revelation, the second chapter. Khan, this Revelation, chapter 2, and verse number 24. But unto you I say, and unto the rest in Thyatira, as many as have not this doctrine, and which have not known the depths of Satan, as they speak, I will put upon you none other burden. Right? So, through the Spirit, man, the Lord said that there's depths to Satan. It gets deep when you're dealing with Hashatan, right? The chief angel on the left-hand side, right, of the Lord's armies, man. Right? Everything is weighed in the balance first and foremost. Right? You got the chief spirits on the right-hand side, right, to perform righteous works upon the face of the earth, right, to bring forth righteous fruit, right, the fruits of the Spirit, love, patience, keeping of the commandments, obedience, long suffering, etc. And you have also the same thing on the left-hand side, right? Destruction, peril, woe, wrath, indignation, right? Jealousy, envy, adultery, right? Disobedience, witchcraft. You have all these things, all these spirits set up on the left-hand side that the Lord said, in Revelation 2 and 24, man, these are the depths of Satan, right? Because Satan, he's very crafty. Satan, he's going to tap into your mind in ways that you didn't know, right? He's going to find a way to get to you, right, in a way that you could never expect, man. Right? It's like being out in battlefield, right? And Satan, he's the chief strategist on the opposing army or military, right? He's coming full-fledged at you. Right now, in Vietnam, they had certain things called guerrilla warfare. They'll pop up out of nowhere. You don't even know they're there, right? You got America, they have their own terms and, ways to go about warfare here. All right, you got all these different things, but none of those things trump the type of warfare that we war against here in this flesh against Satan, which gets very deep according to the scriptures. Right, but brothers got it.
Go ahead, King. We can really get into it for real.
Con. Yeah, so I just wanted to go over Luke 17 real quick. All right, let's go to Luke chapter 17. Right, not the whole thing, just touching on the days a lot when the Lord talked about the days a lot and the days of Noah. Right, Luke chapter 17. Right, Luke chapter 17 verse 26. All right, let's start there. All right, brother, trying to read that Baba Kashah.
I got you, King. This is the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 26, and it reads, "And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man."
Right, so just like how it was in the days of Noah, right? How was it in the days of Noah? Let's read it. Right, let's go down to verse 27.
Verse 27, "They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all."
That's right. So they were eating and drinking, right? They were eating, drinking, married wives, right? Were given in marriage until what? Until Noah entered into the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all. So remember, just like how it was in the days of Noah, it's just like now, man. Right now, I'm gonna pull this precept right in the book of Genesis, the 6th chapter, right? Just like how it was in the days of Noah, when you had wickedness exceedingly growing upon the earth, it's just like now, man. Right? Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 6, and verse number 5. It says, what? And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. So the Most High, he saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. You probably had pedophilia back then, man. Probably had pedophiles walking the earth. Probably had, I already know you had homosexuals, right? I already know that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you had that for a very long time. I'm just saying that right now, right? I speak as a man, but you probably had homosexuals, sodomites, right? You probably had people, breaking the Sabbath, and it says they were eating and drinking. You don't read about in the days of Noah people proclaiming a fast, man, a nationwide fast. You don't read about that. All you read about them is eating and drinking. It's like how there's just rioters of flesh, like how the Lord said. Real quick, I'm gonna get this precept in 2 Peter, man. Right? Just doing what the hell they want. It's the same spirit on the earth right now. 2 Peter, right? Real quick, chapter 2, right, in verse 13. It says, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness. So, all the unrighteousness, right? All the unrighteous, they're going to die in their unrighteousness, and they're going to receive the reward of unrighteousness. And what is that reward? Death and destruction, right? As they that counted pleasure to riot in the daytime. So they counted pleasure to riot in the daytime. What is that word riot going into? It's going into them that feasting, drinking, you know what I'm saying? Getting drunk, getting high, feasting on all these unclean foods and abominable foods, man. Right? Our people love to riot during the daytime. It says, spots they are in blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery and that cannot cease from sin. So a lot of our people, like I was bringing out to the spirit, a lot of people, they can't cease from sin, man. Their eyes are full of adultery. And that's on a twofold level, going into all these damn various doctrines and philosophies and ways of life, right? And even little adultery as well. There's talk of adultery, just like how there's talk of adultery during the time of Lot and during the time of Noah. You got that going on right now, right? It says, beguiling unstable souls and heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children. You see that? So, and I'm going to go back to that, Genesis chapter 6 and verse 5, and I'm going to pass it. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. So the wickedness of man was great in the earth. Hey, guess what? If the Lord said that the wickedness of man was great in the earth during the time of Noah, then how much more now? Because pursuant to the book of Ezra chapter 4 and verse 30, Remember, you had that grain of evil seed that was implanted in the heart of Adam from the beginning. And guess what? When you plant a seed in the ground and you water it, you give it sunlight, etc., all it's going to do is grow. When do you ever see a tree grow to its fullest state and it's all big, it's bearing fruit, and all of a sudden it just goes back down, and the tree is just reversing, right? The fruit is just going back into the seed, right? Now the tree is just going down now, right? Hey, guess what? That doesn't happen, man. Brother, does that happen? Have you ever seen that? Man. It never. All it does is just grows more or stops. So essentially, hey, guess what? If the wickedness of man was great in the earth in Genesis chapter 6, then how much more now, man? Right? Thousands of years later. But it says what? And that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Exactly, man. The thoughts of men are just vanity. That's pursuing the Psalm chapter 94, verse 11. Everybody, all of man's thoughts, they're just thinking about damn wickedness and lewdness, lasciviousness, and covetousness, and oh man, that brother's wife, he don't know what to do with that, right? So brothers and sisters' thoughts back then was even evil continually, right? So how much more now? But Khan, you got Kings.
I want to get in there real quick. I want to touch on a point you said on both points you put out. The second point you put out first, 2 Esdras 14 and verse 16, and it reads, "For yet greater evils, than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter." And that was in the time of Ezra, around 400 BC, man. Thousands of years ago. So how much more now? Yeah, you had wickedness in the time of Noah, but how much more now when you got people popping each other? You got men who can get pregnant now. You got these Moabites who want to put a sun in the damn air and forget about the Most High God. You got 67 genders, man. When last time I checked, Lord said he created he created male and female, man, in his image. So what's going on here, man? Guess what? Wickedness is on the earth. Satan is running rampant, man. Right? Verse 17. "For look how much the world shall be weaker through age." So, like the brother said, when the world is becoming older and older and older, it's going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. It's going to get more more wicked in this thing. When you're born, right now, you're in your youth probably, right? You're very strong and things of that nature. But when you get older and older and older, like Isaac, his eyes got dim and he couldn't see. Right? Eli, his eyes got dim and he fell back and he broke his neck, man. Because why? He wasn't at his full he wasn't at his full strength, man. Right? We'll read verse 17 again. "For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein." So every time a year goes past, a day go past, a dang week or a month go past, it gets wickeder and wickeder and wickeder, man. Wickeder and wickeder, man. If that's even a word, more wicked in this thing. You think it's wicked right now, God forbid, but let's say we're here for another year. Hey, man, you might have robots popping you, man. You got people, actually, no, my bad. You already got people getting popped by robots. I lie not, man. That's happening as we speak. So how much more next year? Right? Verse Esau is wicked, man. Verse 18. "For the truth is fled far away." So the truth, the knowledge is fled far away, man. It's not on the earth right. Well, it is on the earth right now, but before then, it fled far away. There was a time we didn't know who we were. There was a time that we wasn't keeping the commandments, man. Right? "And leasing is hard at hand, for now haste the vision to come which thou hast seen." So all hell is about to break loose. We got like two more precepts real quick. Right? Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 4. "And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low." Now, this is a future prophecy that's about to happen. The doors going to be shut, meaning there's going to be no merchants coming in and out of America and these other nations, man. You're going to have sanctions, embargoes, and things of that nature. You won't be able to work like that, right? "And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird," but disappoint. "And all the daughters of music shall be brought low." And chiefly the daughters of music is Esau. When you go to these frat parties and things of that nature, who's the main one getting drunk on a pool table with his shirt off? He got the button-up shirt with the Hawaii, Hawaii stuff on it. He got, and things of that nature. He having a blast because those are the children of music, man. Every day they party, they get drunk out their mind, right? Things of that nature. Because they're the, hey man, you got their females, even our people too, right? These frats and things in that nature, they go to parties every day, they get drunk, they smoke every day, and that's what they're used to doing. They got bad grades, man, right? Let me get one more precept real quick. All right, get one more precept. And that was what happened in the time of Noah. You had these people having a blast in that day. And Noah, don't think Noah was just building the ark. He was out there telling the people. He was a prophet, man. He was telling them, hey, repent. All hell is about to break loose. It's about to rain. But back then it didn't rain, so they didn't believe. But guess what? Noah had faith. The same thing if we tell people that we tell people, repent, the Lord's going to come back in a big chariot to destroy this place. They never seen that before. So guess what? They don't believe because they have no faith. But when it happens, right? Look at this real quick. This is book of First Peter chapter 3 and verse 20, and it reads, "Which sometime were disobedient, right? When once the long suffering of God waited in the days of Noah." So God was long suffering back then. He was patient, right? He's very merciful, right? He wanted people to repent, right? While the ark was a preparing, right? So, hey, this is key right here. This key. The Lord said, while the ark was a preparing. So people had time to repent while Noah and his sons was building the ark. But right when that ark got built, that's when all hell broke loose. Right when that elect gets sealed, that's when all hell break loose, man. Right? It says, while the ark was a preparing, wherein few, that is, 8 souls were saved by water, man. You see that? So, hey, man, when this spiritual ark get built and all hell break loose, and the children of music and these other people and our people who want to live like the children of music, when all hell break loose, they're gonna be cut out there, man. But con.
That's right, man. Every single point that the brother touched on, it shall surely come to pass. Right? None of the words of the Lord return unto him void. Right? I want to get this precept in Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse number 6. I'll start at verse 5. Right? It reads, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, an evil and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come." You see that? The Lord told you that the end of the world is watching for you, man. From the moment you wake up upon your bed, right, to the moment you hop in your car to go to work, go to school, right, from the moment that you get back home, right, to fill your belly, right, to splurge and, fulfill all your other fleshly desires, from the moment that you cleanse yourself and prepare yourself to lay your head back down to go to bed and do it all over again the next day. The Lord told you that the end of the world, it's watching you, man. Every single step of the day, every single thought that you have, everything that you do is being recorded, and the end is literally watching you. Verse number 7, "The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land, the time is come. The day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains." So the Lord told you plainly, hey, the day of trouble, it's near, man. These things isn't far off. Right? Nobody is sitting here thinking, well, maybe if we'll get to 2100, right? You got damn Netflix shows, man. The 4400. They thinking they're gonna be on the earth another 2,000 years, right? And they got all types of damn utopias set up. They finally breached the gap between between the Earth and Mars, and they're able to go back and forth between the two. Right? They think that this kingdom is going to last forever. Yeah. Right? I'm gonna jump down within the same chapter, Ezekiel chapter 7, and I'm gonna jump down to verse 12. The Lord said, "The time is come, the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. For the seller shall not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive. For the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return." The Lord said these prophecies isn't just for one nation. These prophecies isn't for that small island off the east coast of Africa. These prophecies isn't just for America. It's touching the whole multitude, man. These things are coming to every single landmass upon the face of the earth. Right? Every single landmass that has so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans on it, right, that come from the forefathers of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that landmass will be touched, right? Through pestilence, through famine, through death, through woe, through tribulation. Every single landmass upon this earth, man. The Lord has to cleanse the earth, right? I'm gonna get this precept in the book of Judges. Right? And this is chiefly why you have a lot of wickedness running rampant here upon the earth today. This Judges chapter 21 and verse number 25, right? Chiefly dealing with the nation of Israel. It reads, in those days, there was no king in Israel. Likewise to now, right? We have no physical king, right? We have no government set up, right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? We have no elect men, right? Nobody knows. We have no temple. We have no altar, right? Things aren't set up in order. Hey, we're dispersed throughout the four corners, right? The Lord said in those days, there was no king in Israel. And because of the fact that we have no king, because of the fact things aren't set up decently and in order, because of the fact everyone isn't on one accord, the Lord said every man did that which was right in his own eyes. You see that? So because there's no king, because there's no government, because the altar in the temple isn't set up, because you don't have all of Israel, including the 2/3, right? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, every man is doing that which is right in his own eyes, right? So when you have every man doing that which is right in his own eyes, right, that leads to things being very subjective. What this brother might think is okay to do, and maybe a transgression in my eyes. Right, what the next brother may think is a transgression, I may think it's cool, right? That's why the Lord is bringing back his remnant in these last days that are going to yield and submit themselves unto his law, statutes, and commandments to be servants unto righteousness, through obedience. Right, I'm gonna get another precept because the Lord, he always, right, before when you go through all the major captivities, right, the Lord always puts the spirit upon a certain amount of individuals, which he calls the elect, or better yet, the remnant. I'm gonna get this precept in the book of Zephaniah. Right, this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse number 13. Zephaniah 3 and 13. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity. So, on one side of the coin, you got a lot of the world that is going to do wickedly. You got a lot of the world that is following after the ways of the strong man, whom we all know to be Satan, right? The chief angel on the left-hand side that works wickedness, right? The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth, for they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Sing, O daughter of Zion, shout, O Israel, be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. All right, I'm going to read this last precept. All right, it reads, what's like it, two more. It reads, the Lord have taken away thy judgments. He have cast out thine enemy, the King of Israel. Even the Lord is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil anymore. Right, so there's an elect number of individuals that are not going to see the evil, do the evil, or partake in the evil that's here upon this earth in this given time period. Right, the Lord always seals a remnant, an elect, right, before all hell breaks loose and destruction comes forth. Right, from the Babylonian captivity, even unto the Persians, even unto the Medes, even unto the Roman captivity, even unto Babylon the Great, you have a remnant being set up and sealed, right, in the midst of Egypt, right, where you have 5 cities speaking the language of Canaan, you got 5 speaking otherwise, right, and that's very spiritual in itself, right, but that's what the Lord is doing in the time of wickedness, as is continuing to run rampant upon the face of the earth. Brothers got it.
That's right. That's right. A lot of good points made out by the brothers, man. All praise to the Most High, right? So, Khan, hey, I'm gonna pull this up real quick, right? I'm sharing my screen, right? Hey, so I looked up the 76 genders. You know, the 76, the brother said, 76 genders, right? And I don't even know what this thing is. So we're just gonna call it the thing, because if you say it's a woman, then it may not be a woman, it may be a man, but then at the same time, they're saying that there's 76 genders. So we're just gonna say the thing, right? The creature. You know what I'm saying? But so literally, hey, guess what? Because we live in a world in which this could be your boss, man. Hey, this could be your boss, right? Or you might have a flaming homosexual, right, as your boss at your certain job, or it may even be your teacher, right? A flaming homosexual, or a dyke. A dyke might even be your teacher, or your maybe a coworker. You might have to work around gay people. You might have to work around adulterers. You might have to work around fornicators. You might have to work around heathen, and now they're just talking about all manner of confusion and folly, right? You might have to work. Period. We're people in the world. Period. Huh? Right? Their talk is of what lasciviousness and madness, right? 99% of the time, man. Right? So if this was your boss at your job, you don't want to mess up anything, man. So if this thing hears you, right, talk about you trying to bring out the scriptures, they're not trying to hear that, right? They're not trying to hear that, man, right? Or what they're trying to say, they're getting down with the Babylonianism. That's what they want to hear, right? So it's literally it's madness, man. Right? Let's go to the book of Second Corinthians. Right? It's literally madness, right? Right? Let's go to Second Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 12. Right? It says, "For our rejoicing is this, the testimony of our conscience." So literally every brother in this truth, every sister in this truth is a walking testimony. Okay, that Yahweh Bahashim Mashak Yahweh is real, right? And he is a merciful God. Right? We are walking testimonies, living testimonies, man, that the Most High is real and his grace still stands to this day, right? The testimony of our conscience, that in simplicity and godly sincerity, not with fleshly wisdom. So we're not dealing with fleshly wisdom, man, right? Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. You might have to be sitting up in class, and then all you learning about is how Esau created this formula for physics, and then now you just learn about, so the Mars is about 100,000 miles in diameter, and the sun is in the center of the universe, right? And the earth is revolving around it. Everything's revolving around the sun. So you should worship the sun, because the sun, this, and that. That's one astronomical mile, right? Or they have all this folly, man. Right? Why are you not telling us about our nationality? Why are you not going into the prophecy? Right? Why are you not going into the scriptures? The stuff that actually matters. The Lord doesn't care about how long the damn moon is from the damn earth, right? We're not dealing with that, man. Right? It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 19. "For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High." Right? I'm gonna start at verse 18, man. Right? It says, "Let no man deceive himself." So don't fool yourself, right? "If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise." So you got brothers coming up to the camp, "Yo, this, and that," right? Right? Hey, y'all, hey, y'all don't even know about this. Now you just pulling up all this fleshly wisdom, man. Right? If you go into the molecules, that's not right. Because if you go into the DNA, right? Where's our DNA at? Brother, we're not dealing with that, man. Right? You have to become a fool so you may become wise. Right? Verse 19. "For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High." So the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Lord. You might certain people might call this creature wise, right? I don't even know, but they might call him wise. They might deem him wise in this world. You might have the wise men of this world, right? And now they're going into all this different stuff. They're trying to scientifically prove that there's more than one gender, right? You have the wise men of this world who have the ability to change a man into a woman and a woman into a man. They have that ability on the left-hand side, man. Right? They're wise in this world. But guess what? That's foolish. That's foolishness. That's wickedness with the Lord. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Right. So I'm just end it off or yield my time when after I read this precept again, 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 12. For our rejoicing is this, the testimony of our conscience, that in simplicity and godly sincerity, not with fleshly wisdom, but by the grace of the Most High, we had our conversation in the world. So yeah, we had our conversation in the world, and we conducted ourselves as such. We conducted ourselves as thugs, as your average Jake, your average wicked person in the world. We had our conversation in the world, right? We had our conversation in the world, and more abundantly to you word, right? So, but now the Lord, He through His grace and mercy, now our conversation is in heaven, right? Now our conversation and our talk and our conduct, right, is of Yahweh Bahashim Mashak Yavashai, and we have to continue that until the end, all right? But Khan, I yield.
Khan, I want to touch on that too real quick. That's wicked, man. There's no 70. You said 76.
Yeah, she said 76.
There's no 76 genders, man. When the Lord made the female and the man, it's two genders, so called, man. There's nowhere in the creation the Lord made 76 genders, man. All right. This is the book of Romans, chapter 1, right, in verse 25, and it reads, "Who changed the truth of God into a lie." So they changed the truth of God into a lie. The Most High God said, "Look, there's two genders." Now you got the so-called white woman, an Edomite, right, the devil, saying there's 76. She said the Most High God is wrong. He's something, right? Guess what? It's really 76 because, like the other brother said, molecules and things of that nature. Right? Go ahead.
Hey, Slakia, hey, she might be like, hey, that book is old. That book is outdated. You know what I'm saying? hey, you got the queer Bible, man. You heard about that?
I never heard.
It's the King Slakia. Let me just pull it up. You got it though. Let me just pull it up, man.
Yeah, I never heard about the queer Bible, man. That's going off. They telling you that you're wrong. The Most High God is wrong. I'm actually right. Because why? I study. I have all these science books, and I know what I'm talking about. Right?
Yep.
Let me get a piece of what Paul said. I don't know if the brother already put this out. Even Paul told people, told Timothy to watch out for this, man. Right? Who trust in science, right? This is let's look here. Right, First Timothy chapter 6 and verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. So you got to keep that which is committed to thy trust. Trust in the knowledge the Lord gave you, man. Right? Avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called. So vain babblings, when you at work and you having a wicked conversation with somebody in the world, next thing you know, evil communications corrupt good manners. Now you was trying to put them onto the truth, and guess what? Now all of a sudden, he's telling you that guess what? There's really 76 genders, man. And now he's trying to put you on the science, and now you fall out the truth, and you call yourself, I don't know, a trans, man, because you got sifted out. Well, Conky, you got it, but I want to get back in there after you're done.
Oh yeah, Khan, Slacky, yeah. I just want to show this real quick. I don't know. I haven't read it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if it's a real thing. But you have the Queen James Bible, man. Right? The Queen James Bible. Okay, instead of your King. So we got the King James right here, right? King James. But now you have all of a sudden out of nowhere, right? The Queen James Bible, right? Let me see what this says, man. Right, real quick. The Queen James Bible. It says a gay Bible. See that? You gotta. This is complete madness because you got the cross. You're not even supposed to have a cross on the damn scriptures anyway, right? A lot of you Christians automatically, a lot of you Christians just worship the cross, man. Like how the Lord said, you know what I'm saying? The Lord said you got to cast away your idols, man. And then you want to bow down and kiss a damn cross when the Lord said not to. When did the Lord ever command that? Right? But you have not only a cross in the Bible, but you have the rainbow flag, which doesn't represent the book of Genesis. the book of Genesis, the 9th chapter, when the Lord made that covenant with man, right? The bow, you know what I'm saying? It does in the Bible, right? Anti-LGBT Bible, right? Queen James Bible seeks to resolve interpretive ambiguity, Salakia, in the Bible as it pertains to homosexuality. You see that? So all that is madness. All right. See that the gay Bible, right? When did the Lord ever command you to make a gay Bible? All right. And I'll be damned if I spent $30 on this, man. Right? If for $30, I can get a new 1611. The hell? Right? That's madness. But Khan, you got it, King.
Khan, whoever made that Bible, they have their part in it like a fire, man. They'll be weeping and gnashing their teeth, and the
That's
Lord
right.
will have mercy upon them. Right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 18. And it reads, "For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book." Now, chiefly, that's to the Israelite man. But guess what? These heathen, they not allowed to touch and corrupt this book. And guess what? Whoever made that book, they did, and the Lord's going to destroy them. Right? I want to go back to Romans chapter 1 and verse 25 again. "Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen." Right? So the so-called white man in these other nations, guess what? They serve the creature more than the other nature, more than the creator. Right? They like to say Mother Nature. The Lord created the earth, man. But guess what? They rather serve Mother Nature than the Most High God who created that. Right? Verse 26, "For this cause God gave them up into vile affections." Right? That's why you got something called the times of the Gentiles. The Lord gave the Gentiles their time to rule, man. That's why in Revelation 18, He going to let their sins reach unto heaven, and then that's when He's going to judge them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
For even their woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Right? So women was made to be a helpmeet to the man. They was made to give birth, to have kids, and things in that nature. But now the so-called white man, he took what was good and made it evil, and now the so-called white woman and they have this what's it called agenda for all these females. Guess what? It's okay if you don't get with a man. You can get with a woman as well. You can lay down with the sex doll. They have sex dolls now, right? You don't have to marry a real man. You can marry a sex doll.
Right.
How you think what's it called? A lot of kids. There's not a lot of kids being born, man. They have abortions. So the wait, Esau is taking what's good and changing it, man. That's the thing of the topic of this video: wickedness on the earth, right? They wasn't doing that in the time of Abraham. Sarah did not have an abortion, right?
That's right.
Right, verse 27 reads, "And likewise also men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burnt their lust one toward another, man with man, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of the error which was meet." Right? So you got a lot of men who wanna, pop another man. You got men popping dogs, man, popping beasts. The Lord made the woman for you to go into her, put your rod in her, to have kids and give life. But now they don't want to do that. It's not good enough for them. They want to go into a dog, man. That's better. That's better to them, right? Right? I want to jump down to verse 32 to get straight to get straight to the point, right? And it reads, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them." So they have pleasure
Mm.
to do wickedness. They can't go to sleep until they do wickedness, man. Right?
Right.
So your kind brother got it.
Khan, you got it.
Con, con, yeah, that was that was mighty, man. Did a brother go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 14th chapter?
Let Akeem.
Con, I'm gonna bring this precept out, man, because that's absolutely madness. 76, you know, and it's going to be more in a couple of years. You know, and all that really is, real quick, that's really just demons, man. Let me get this precept.
Right.
Got demons plaguing your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know I'm this, but I want to be that. You got
That's right.
damn male, female, binary, non-binary, other, trans, da 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 da.
Hey,
Madness. You got it.
hey, Slocky, if I'm not mistaken, you know the thing when it said to list your gender, right? Hey, one time I think it said alien, right? So, hey, man, I don't know what the hell's going on now, man. But Con, you got it, King. Yeah.
It's madness, man. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 78 and verse 49. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them. So the Lord got evil angels plaguing these men and women's minds
Right.
to the point that they think that, cutting, man, the privy parts off and replacing them with other privy parts, that they can feel more of their true self. That's what
Yeah.
you got these individuals say, I just want to be me, right? On the inside, in their mind, these angels, man, these demons is plaguing men. I
Right.
want to go back to Wisdom of Solomon. This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse number 24. This is everything that we're talking about. Iniquity increasing in the last days. Slakia, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and 24. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer defiled. Plain. Marriage is defiled. All right. Marriage all throughout Babylon the Great is defiled. Damn, you got sneaky links, right? You had damn Jada Smith and Jada Pickens, right? What was it? And then you got entanglements, right? You got damn entanglements going on. Here you got a rib, you got two kids, right? Two children, Salakia, and you have an entanglement with another man. And then going out in front of a red table and putting your husband's business out there. Marriage is defiled, man. You got orgies, parties set up, right? Where people they invite guests, they invite these celebrities, have you drinking blood. They got, hey, they kind of give you the signal, give you the finger, then you go downstairs into the secret dungeon and it's dark, and they give a blindfold to you, and they take your phone. They say, well, we're going to need to take your phone. And you got to sign a contract, man. And these are the type of things that play out because wickedness rules the land, right? Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 24, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled. But Slacky, it says, but either one slew another traitorously and grieved him by adultery. And we all know adultery is running rampant, right? Not just on a physical level, as the brother Yasharala was going into, right? But also on a spiritual level. Being that Babylon the Great is that great whore, the only way you can be a whore is by committing adultery. Time and time and time and time again. And that's exactly what you have. These other nations, man, they go into Babylon the Great whenever they feel like it. It's madness. Right? And Babylon the Great got everybody else drunk. She lays there, with her fine linen from Egypt, right? Her vessels, silver and copper. And she says, I know you like this. Come back to me. And these other nations, they run with they run with the blindfold over their eyes. Don't know what's going on.
Right.
Verse 25. For that there reigned in all men. The Lord didn't say in some men. The Lord didn't say in most men. The Lord said, for there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury, disquieting of men, forgetfulness of good terms, defiling of souls. You got defiling of souls in these last days. Nobody cares about heaven. Nobody cares about God. Nobody cares about righteousness. Nobody cares about none of these things, man. Right? Until they're placed in a situation where their life is on the line. Then it's thank God. Then it's God save me. Then it's oh my God. Right? We have to be keen to these statements that come out forth from the wicked's mouth, because the Lord is putting these words in their mouth. Because these are the deep down thoughts that are within their heart. They know that they're doing wickedly. They know that they're abominable. You think these Eves that's walking to and fro through the streets with purple hair that's touching the back of their ankles, right? And damn see-through outfits, man. You think they're comfortable like that? Nah, man, they know they doing wicked. They do. Right? Deep down inside of them. But them demons, man, as the brothers went into it over, them demons, that wickedness is overpowering them. Right? Let's read on. It reads, defiling of souls, changing of kind. That's what the brother Yasharala just went into. Changing of kind. I'm a man today, tomorrow I'm a woman. Tomorrow after that, I'm gonna be a tree. I don't say nothing to me because now I'm a cat. This is madness. This is the world that we live in. This is 2022 AD. Right?
Right.
And you got more and more individuals that's getting comfortable. Well, they say, come out the closet. It's okay. Right? Get damn emails from my damn school talk about how do you fit in here? Right? Let's have a meeting. I want to see if you fit in. What they're really trying to say is, how can we make this place more comfortable, more lenient for you to be your own true self and get down with whatever you want to get down in wickedness. They're not going to say in righteousness. They're going to say in wickedness. How can we make this place a better place for you? Got grown ass men with damn lip gloss on their damn face, man. And lashes and beards, man. Man, we laughing, but it's really wicked for real, man.
That's right.
I hate walking into a damn cafeteria and I see a grown man with his damn pants pulled up past his damn belly button. And it's cold as hell outside, but you got your damn nipples out, man. This is wickedness. This place is wicked, man. It reads, defiling of souls, changing of kind, disorder in marriages. Brothers don't even got their damn households in order, man. It's madness. It's madness, man. It's madness. Adultery and shameless uncleanliness. I'm going to read that again. Shameless uncleanliness. Got people out here just dapping each other up, being wicked, passing on demons and all types of spirits one to another, shamelessly. For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. I'm going to read that again. For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. And that's why you have sin and iniquity as prevalent as it is, because of idolatry. Man, they idolize religions. Man, they idolize themselves. And as men within this truth, right? Let's go to the book of Proverbs, the 21st chapter, and then I'm going to pass it, right? I'm going to pass it to the next brother. This Proverbs chapter 21 and verse number 12. It reads, the righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked. As righteous men, or men that are striving to be righteous, keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments, we have to consider wisely the house of the wicked. Whenever you have sin, temptation, demons creeping up upon you, you have to wisely consider the house of the wicked. Because the moment that you fall into that temptation, the moment that you fall into that spiritual fornication or idolatry, you are spiritually walking into the house of the wicked. You might as well be in a damn adultery. You might as well be a flaming homosexual, right? You might as well be, right? It reads, but God overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness, man. And the wicked will be overthrown. You think the wicked just gonna have happy lives forever? La. And the righteous them pulling my locks out. All right? Brothers got it.
Calm, man. That's right. That's right, man. A very, very good breakdowns. Very, very good breakdowns. Very, very good precepts. Right. So, all praise to the Most High, man. But yeah, I just want to go back to that in Luke chapter 17. Right. Luke chapter 17 and right, 27. Right. Let's go to that real quick.
This book of Luke, chapter 17, right, in verse 27, and it reads, they did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all.
Destroyed them all, man. And guess what? And like how the brother was going to, right? Guess what? This wickedness that they doing is not going to last forever, right? This kingdom is not going to last forever. What you think the Lord's just going to let the wicked get away with all their wickedness, man? Right? It's not going to happen. They lived, and you even have that saying in the world, right? You can either you can cry now and laugh later, or you can laugh now and cry later. Guess what? These people in the world, they're laughing right now. So even according to that proverb, they have to cry later, man. And what's that crying? That weeping and that gnashing of teeth that the Lord speaks about, right? When they're going to be weeping during the days of famine, when they're going to be weeping during the days of pestilence, in the days of evil, in the days of all hell breaking loose, that's when they're going to be weeping. But you, being a servant of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, are going to be rejoicing in that day, man. Right? But it says what? Until the day that Noah entered the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all. So Noah, he had prepared the ark for damn 40 years. It took him 40 years, man. And guess what? That's a spiritual number within itself as well, right? This work is going to take 40 years if you got ears to hear, right? It's not a literal 40 years in our case, but it's a number of completion. Just like how the Lord was tempted for 40 days and 40 nights, and like how we were in the wilderness for 40 years, right? 40 is a number of completion. So we're going to be doing this work for 40 years, and until the elect is sealed, that last brother to come into the truth, that last brother to have the understanding, that last brother, that one last prayer that the Lord was waiting for, right? As soon as that happened, guess what? That's like the equivalent of Noah entering into the ark and the door being shut. Let me get that precept real quick, right? Hey, as soon as the door is shut, guess what? It's over with, man. It's over with for the wicked, right? For you flaming homosexuals, it's over with you, man, right? Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 6, right? Hey, I'm gonna just right, I'm gonna read verse 7 as well and then jump down. But Genesis 6 and 7. Hey, guess what? When you read Genesis, don't read it like a damn Edomite, right? Because the Edomites and the heathen, when they read it, well, Genesis 6 and 4, right? And the giants in the earth. I wonder how tall these giants were. Probably like 20 feet, right? 50 feet. What do you think? Right? Talking about Jack and the Beanstalk, man. Right? That's not what it's going into. When the sons of God, those got to be the angels. So the angels came down and then they laid with women and then all this other stuff. Guess what? They reading it like a damn, a reprobate. And then they go down. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast. Wow. So the Lord was very, very, very mean in the Old Testament. Well, I'm so glad that he's very, very nice in the new. Right? Hey, guess what, bro? You have to read it like an Israelite that you are, right? In the spirit. Because guess what? All this stuff that happened back then, according to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 15, right? That which had been is now. The Most High, he required that which is past. But it says, and the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air. Slucky, and the fowls of the air. For it repented me that I had made them. So the Lord was so angry and sore displeased with the living things that he had created. They said, I'm going to destroy man and the beast. What the hell did the cow do, man? What the cow was just sitting there, just eating, minding his damn business, eating grass. And the Lord said, I'm gonna destroy the cows as well. I'm gonna destroy the damn creeping things. I'm gonna destroy everything. I don't give a damn, man. So the Lord did that back in the Old Testament. What you think he won't do that now? Right? What you think the Lord's not gonna do that a second time? Right? Maybe not with the flood. He's not going to come with that flood of water, but he's going to come with that flood of fire, man, pursuant to various prophecies. But it says what? And even on another level, right? The Lord is he's going to destroy man who he has created upon the face of the earth, right? Both man and beast. And why does the Lord also he's cleansing the earth like how the brother was going into? He's cleansing the earth. Because guess what? Esau, he has tampered with the beasts of the field. So now when you get your beef, you know what I'm saying, you get your hamburger, it's like this big. It's like, damn, this hamburger is like hella juicy. Why? Because they injecting these cows with all this stuff, right? And now they found the cow, right? The cow's like this big. Cows used to be like this big, and they're like this, right? Walking around with damn, muscles like that. And a cow's not supposed to be damn buff as hell, right? But now they walking around buff as hell, right? Hey, and Esau, guess what? He pops just like the brother's going to. He pops animals, man. So like, even the animals, lucky, even the animals are popped, man. And you don't even know that the lamb that you bought for the Passover that cost damn $30, $30 for a piece of lamb like that. You don't even know if it was popped, right, by some dirty Edomite in Nebraska somewhere, man. Right? You don't even know what the hell happened to it, right? So, hey, the Lord's like, hey, I even gotta cleanse the damn animals because of Esau. Esau, he loves the damn beasts of the field, right? He's all tampering with the damn ants. So this ant got the camera all in the ant's face and stuff, right? Got the, breaking down the ant hill, right? Looking at the ant hill, just, it's just all around, just messing with everything, man, right? He trying to create humans and a clone and all this other stuff, So the Lord really has to, he's really gonna destroy man. He's really gonna cleanse the earth. I'm gonna put it like that, man. Because the wickedness of man is just super great in the earth. All right, but Khan, you got luck.
Khan, I got one more precept with that. Brother, that Lord, he cleansed the earth before with water. Guess what? That flood this time is gonna be fire, man. It's gonna be water. And those are two painful ways to die. You drowning and you getting burnt up. When you drown, man, you gotta breathe at some point. Yeah, go ahead, hold your breath for 5 minutes. But let me know how it feels when you start breathing in that water molecule. You was a what's it called Olympic, swimmer. You get out holding your breath and things in that nature. You might be Michael Phelps, man, right? You just didn't make the team because you don't want to sell your soul and things in that nature. You might be good at that, but guess what? It's going to happen though. At one point back then, they had to start breathing and stuff like that, and all that water will go to your lungs. It will burn, man. That will burn, and you can even pick it up when people tell you about it, right? But just the first, Second Peter, chapter 3, and verse 3, and it reads, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts. And that happened back then in the time of Noah. Noah got scoffed at. He was getting scoffed at. The same way the prophets right now, they're on the highways and byways. You have these scoffers who scoff at them, saying we're not in the end times. We were so called in the end times when, Yahushua was here, which is true. But basically they're saying that, they're just mocking, saying, how long will it be in the last days? The Lord's not coming back. You really believe the man's going to come out the sky? They make all these scoffing jokes at you. They make fun of your fringes and things of that nature. They tell you to get a job, and they out there with you. Like, what's going on? Huh? Verse 4, and it reads, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? This is the proverb, the wise saying that the scoffers back then even said. These scoffers do it now too. Where's the promise of his coming? Y'all keep saying that we're in the last days. He's going to come back, but when? Give me a sign, right? They did that to Yahushua. They did that to Noah. They did that to the prophets, man, right? Mm-hmm. For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation, right? Our fathers fell asleep and they so-called died, and everything just running on a smooth course. That's what they say. Verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of. So you have people who are willingly ignorant. Ignorant means to not be in the know, unknowing. So a lot of people don't know what's going on, man. Right? That by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water perished, man. So guess what? Back then, the earth was overflowed with water, and if you wasn't on the ark, guess what? You perished. You probably the main one bucking up against Noah, but right when the ark closed, it started flooding up. You was the main one banging, man. You was trying to climb on, then out of nowhere, a big wave came out of nowhere and washed you away.
Right.
Verse 7, and it reads, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. And that's going to happen again. And Noah's back on the earth. Hey, you may be Noah. You never know, man. He's back on the earth. He's doing the will of the Most High. He's going to enter into that ark, man. And right when he enter into that spiritual ark right now, guess what? He won't be touched by that fire that's going to come as a flood and destroy people. Right? But Khan, you got it, Ken.
That's right. That's right.
Khan, most definitely beautiful precept, King. This the book of Ezekiel, chapter 12 and verse number 2. It reads, Son of man, thou dwellest in the midst of a rebellious house, which have eyes to see and see not. They have ears to hear and hear not, for they are a rebellious house. And we are those men that dwell in the midst of a rebellious house. Not only a rebellious house as the nation of Israel, but also a rebellious nation being Babylon the Great. All right, a nation that walks, completely contrary to the ways of the Most High God. All right, walking in full blasphemy and wickedness. All right, reading verse 3. Therefore, thou son of man, prepare thee stuff for removing, and remove by day in their sight. And thou shalt remove from thy place to another place in their sight. It may be they will consider, though they be a rebellious house. Right? So the Lord said, man, hey, remove day by day, night by night, right? Just to get these individuals to consider, right? We have to strive to get these individuals to even consider their wickedness in these last days, man. Right? Because it's so prevalent. But Khan, you got it, King.
Khan, that's right. That's right, man. And I'm read this precept in the book of Genesis, right? Chapter 7. Right? This is the book of Genesis, chapter 7, and verse 15. And they went in unto Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. And they that went in, male and female of all flesh, as the Most High had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. So the Lord, he will shut you in, you know? And we want to be shut in. We want to be sealed, right? Let's go to that. Let's go to 2 Corinthians real quick, right? We want to be shut into this truth, right? And you don't know if you're the elect until it actually happens. All right. So stop, brothers can't go around saying, I am brother Malachi back on the earth, right? We're not dealing with that, man. Right? Just because of how long your beard is, now you brother Malachi, right? Or because your oil, when you put the oil in your beard, it's like the best, in Israel. So now you just got to be Aaron, right? You just got to be Aaron because of that by default, right? No, bro, we're not dealing with that, but we want to be sealed in that spirit, right? Let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 22, right? Who have also sealed us. I'm sorry, verse 21. Now he which established us with you in Mahashiach and have adjoined us is the Most High. So we want to be established in the faith, man, right? If you're not established in the faith, right? Khan, shalom, king, right? If you're not going to be Khan, shalom, right? If you're not going to be established in the faith, then guess what, right? You're going to be bound, right, to fall out of this truth. Because real quick, I'm going to get this in the book of Colossians, right? Colossians chapter 2, in verse 7, right? Colossians chapter 2 and verse 7, and it reads, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. So the Lord said you have to be rooted and built up in him, right? We have to ask ourselves that, are we rooted and built up in this truth? Because if we're not, we're bound to fall out, right? If we're not rooted and built up, upon the foundation of Mahashiach Yahweh, right? You can easily fall out in this thing. And we don't want to fall out, right? It says, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Because he's about to expound why. Verse 8, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. So you might, because we have a lot of wickedness, and that's what we're going into, right? We have a lot of wickedness that's going on around us at our job, at school. We go to the store. When you go to the store, you might see a damn gay couple, you know. You go to cash out your food. There's barely any food on the shelf. Or you go to cash out your food on the shelf. You got your mask counted. You got your mask like this, right, showing your nose. And the cash register is like, hey, pull up your mask, sir. Right, pull up your mask. Right, you just have to pull up your mask. Right. Hey, it's just madness all in the earth, man. It says, beware lest any man spoil you with the philosophy and vain deceit. Doctrines coming out every day. Hey man, yeah, I'm gonna pull it, Lord willing, but it says, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Mahashiach. So if it's not after the Most High, Mahashiach Yahweh, we're not dealing with it, man. Right? It's of the world. But Khan, you got it, King.
Okay, I didn't. Did you pull James 3:15 already?
La'ah.
I get that. Right. What the brother's going to, man. You can't be, doing the things of this world and wickedness. A lot of people are conformed, like it says in Romans 12:2. A lot of people are conformed and transformed, according to this world. But this is the book of James, chapter 3 and verse 15. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish, man. So the rudiments of this world, the knowledge and things in that nature, is earthly. It's carnal. It's sensual and devilish. Devil means deceiver. So it's very deceiving, man. They say that, it's okay to break the Sabbath. They're deceiving you. If you break the Sabbath, guess what? You get put to death. Read Numbers 15, man. That man who gathered sticks on the Sabbath day, he was stoned to death. But they told you it's okay to break the Sabbath. You got grace, right? The rudiments of this world, and they entice you and tell you to commit wickedness, like a lot of people are doing right now. But at the end of the day, the Lord comes back. Hey, man, all hell going to break loose, Because that's really that's only the precept I had though, kid.
Khan, that's right, that's right. And I want to pull this up real quick, to the spirit. All right, so this is madness right here. All right, it's a doctrine. So Khan, so it says, these are the races of the fallen angels. All right, these are the races of the fallen angels. All right, so bro, this is actual doctrine that's out, man. Right, so these are the different types of fallen angels, apparently. All right, apparently this has 137 likes. Just put that out there. 137 likes. All right, so people is actually liking these posts, man. So you got the reptilian, you had the Anunnaki, you had the Palladian, right? You have man, this is madness, bro. You have the Hindu god. All right, that's another fallen angel, apparently, right? And you have all these others. Where is this at in the scriptures, man? All right, where is this at, man? This is madness. This is complete madness. And you have people, right, that actually believe this. Hey, guess what this guy said? He said the Book of Enoch lets us know that they're gonna be taken care of real good. You see that?
Yeah, that girl up in the top, she says, "Can you? Where's the literature or something like that? Can you post it for study?" So,
Right.
hey man, a lot of people I get deceived by this, man. But Khan, you got it, Salakia.
Yeah, Khan King. Yeah, that's right though. That's right. And this is madness. And when we talk about wickedness, we're not just talking about, lewdness or people, fornicating, right? People I don't know, breaking the Sabbath and just being all around wicked. Hey, this is also wickedness too. You teaching false doctrine, man. Madness, leading people astray. That's wicked as well, right? That's literally one of the most wickedest things you could do, man, is lead your people, the daughters of Zion, the men of Israel, right, astray into a damn pit of false doctrine, man, that cannot be supported with any damn scriptures. And you going outside of the scriptures, guess what? That's your first mistake right there, man. You want to get deep. You want to try to get into the book of Enoch. You want to try to get into the book of Jasher. You want to try to get into all these damn books. That's a wicked, man. And now your mind is bugged out. All right, this is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11, right? And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. You see that? So, if that person wasn't brought out already, I'm, bringing it out again through the Spirit, because that's literally the stuff that the Lord is doing. He's sending out these spirits, and these spirits is plaguing the minds of the people. All right, and but Khan in numerous ways, but yeah, it's just proof right here, man. The races of the fallen angels, right? So, and yeah, how can an angel have a race when it's not even it's hold on, man. Let me just get this preset real quick. They're in celestial bodies. They don't have a race. They don't have a nationality. Let's go to the book of First Corinthians chapter 15 and verse number 40. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. So we have a terrestrial body, but you also have celestial bodies, which are angels, and also your spiritual body up in the third heaven. But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. So they don't mix together. All right. So Makan, you got it, King.
And Khan, that's how you know we live in the last days, man. All these false doctrine, seducing spirits. Like people in the comment section, you can see with your own eyes, are getting seduced by this, man. They're really into this thing. This, in the book of Enoch, the Lord's not dealing with the book of Enoch, man. Right? A lot of people like to say, but it says right here in First Samuel or in this other book about the book of Jasher, right? That the Lord's not dealing with the book of Jasher, right? On the book they have right now. That's the hidden manna, right? But a lot of people don't want to believe that. They want to do what they want to do and give heed to seducing spirits because they have itching ears, right? This is the book of First Timothy, chapter 4 and verse 1. It reads, "Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith." And a lot of brothers in this truth, they used to be mighty, man, but now they departed from the faith. Doing what? Giving heed to seducing spirits. So a lot of people gave heed to seducing spirits. Whether it be you fell out because for a man, you fell out for a job, you fell out to get something in the world, right? You fell out because of seducing spirits and going to these other doctrines, right? And doctrines of devils, man. The Lord said that's a doctrine of devil. Like the brother said, these angels, they don't have races, man. Where in the Bible is Michael the Archangel called an Israelite, man? Right? It doesn't make any sense, man. Then you got Raphael, he's not an Israelite, he's really a Moabite. Right? There's no races, man. And those races you see on the pictures, where are they at in the Bible? If that's the book of Enoch they're talking about, that means those races should be in the Bible. It should link up. Because the Bible, everything links up. Even second address and the things in the Apocrypha, it links up with the Bible. So hey man, that's off, right? It says, seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, right? Having their conscience seared with a hot iron. So their conscience is seared with a hot iron. Their knowledge is driven away. Like their brother said, they have a strong delusion upon them, right? Verse 3. forbidding to marry. And see, these are some of the false doctrine that you see on Clubhouse, you see on Instagram, that you see right now. It says forbidding to marry. Some people tell you you can't get married. You have to be single. If you get married, you're going off, right?
Right.
And commanding to abstain from meats. You got people saying you can't eat meat. If you on a Passover, if you eat lamb, you're going off. And you see that happening. They said you have to be what's called a vegan or something, or a vegetarian, whichever one. I believe it's a vegetarian, right?
Con.
You can't eat meat. If you eat meat, you're going off, man, right? But the Lord ate meat,
That's
right?
right.
But it reads, which God have created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. So Paul's putting you on game, man. He said you gotta watch out for these things in these last days because a lot of false doctrine are coming out. Satan's running rapidly to sift you out, man. This is sifting season.
Mm-hmm. Con, that's right. A lot of salient points that was brought out to the spirit, man. And Khan, shalom, masha, Khan, all praises, right? And so, Khan, and I want to bring out, or actually, let's go back to that in Luke 17, right? Let's go to now to Lot, right? Let's go to Lot, all right? Because you understand that even if you ask a history teacher, man, ask any history teacher, they'll tell you, right, that history repeats itself, man. History does repeat itself. Now, why? They might be like, well, because of man's mistakes. I heard a history teacher say it's because of man's mistakes, right? And they don't learn from their mistakes. It's not just that. On a very, very, deep level, because a lot of people that is high in wisdom in this world, they're not on a deep level when it comes to the scriptures, right? So on a level, guess what? On the ultimate level, the Lord, he does that, man. He requires that which is past. He puts the same spirits that he destroyed back then, puts them back on the earth, and they're doing the same thing, man. Right? But Khan, yeah, let's read that real quick though.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 28, and it reads, likewise also, as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded.
Right. They're just living, man. It's just like how nowadays it's just living. They're just doing their day to day. Right. They're eating, they're drinking, they're marrying, they're building stuff. Right. You have people go all the time building stuff, man. Go to Atlanta. It's a new building that's trying to, be built up. Go to these different cities, they're building stuff. You got you got Issachar out there, right? You got Northern Kingdom out there building stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Esau over them, right? Telling them what to do, right? With the finger, right? Yeah, you go here, do this, and just building stuff, But guess what? Everything that they're building, everything that Esau is building, is just going to be thrown down in the moment's instance. All right. By Yahweh Bashma Mashak Abashah. Read that in the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. They shall build, but I will throw down. So everything that Esau, these other nations are building, when you look up China is very, very built up. Right, you would be surprised. I was surprised when I saw how much China has built it over the years. Moab is just building everything, man. Even they're trying to build a damn sun. Even that they're just building everything. But everything in literally almost everything in China is cheap made. It's all these buildings, these high-rise buildings, these skyscrapers. They're just falling down. They're literally just falling down, man. A whole damn apartment is just falling down, and the Moabites are getting destroyed, right? Because it was very, very cheap made, right? It was made to be cheap and quick, and then I was just falling down. A lot of bridges in China, in fact, is actually breaking, and falling down. Who's doing that? That's the Lord doing that, man. That's the Lord doing that. And guess what? It's going to come a time, like we say, that these missiles, right? The missiles, the earthquakes, the natural disasters, and Yahweh Shah is literally going to bring down these buildings, whatever you build them, huh? Right? You might be building another club in Atlanta. It's another club in Atlanta. You already got 1,000 clubs. Now you're trying to build another one, right? You're trying to build another. It's a gay club at that, right? Guess what? That's going to be thrown down. All right. You had a point of precept out, or
I can. This book of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 2, and it reads, I'll start at verse 1, and it reads, "And as he went out of the temple, one of his disciples said unto him,
Mm.
Master, see what manner of stones and what buildings are here. And don't get this mistaken, man. Sodom and Gomorrah and the other three cities that was surrounded by it, it was a big, it was really wealthy. It was really wealthy. Lot
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be over there for no reason. It was a really wealthy and a flourishing economy, right? They had
Yeah.
buildings and stuff like that. They had good merchants and stuff, trading, a good trading system and things in that nature, right? Verse 2, and Yahushua answering said unto him, seest thou these great buildings? So Yahushua said, you see all these great buildings? You see the Empire State Building, right? The Twin Towers down, I can't really say that. You see all these great buildings in Dubai, right? Let's see what the Lord want to say about it, right?
That's right.
There shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. So like the brother said, man, every building you see, even back then, it was thrown down. And if you go to Sodom and Gomorrah right now, all you're gonna see is dust and ashes. Right? That's all you're gonna see is dust and ashes, man. But come on.
Yeah, Khan, that's right. That's right. And guess what? This is China. Like literally, this is China, right? Look at how much they build it. See that? Look at how much they build it. All of this, these buildings, man, right? And guess what? All this is going to be thrown down, like how the brother brought out. All right, all of this is going to be brought down by Yahweh Bashma Mashak Yahushua. All right. You also have, city. You have cities everywhere. All right. You got big cities everywhere, even in Canada. Of course, Babylon and Great. You know what I'm saying? South America, right? All throughout the world. Guess what? All that is going to be thrown down. It's going to be thrown down. Thus said the Lord, right? But Khan, we can go back to that though.
Come on. Book of Luke, chapter 17, and verse 29, and it reads, but the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all.
So it rained fire and brimstone from heaven, man. Right? Let's go to that account real quick, though. Real quick, we don't have to read the whole thing. We just want to touch on the salient points, right? On the important points. Let's go to the book of Genesis. All right. Chapter 19. Right. Let's go to Genesis chapter 19. And let's start at verse 4. Right. Let's start at verse 4. Trying to read that.
Salaki, all hell breaking loose. Salaki.
Okay, you good.
This is the book of Genesis. All right. Chapter 19 and verse 4. And it reads, But before they lay down, the man of the city, even the man of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter.
You see that? So these men of Sodom, they can pass the house about. This house is Lot's house, because Lot was visited by the Lord with certain angels. Certain angels actually visited Lot and went into his house. All right, and these men of Sodom, they ran around about the house. Right. Let's keep going. Or it says, Consolaki, it says, and both old and young. All right, just keep that in mind, man. Both old and young. Con, you got it, King.
Verse 5, and they called unto Lot and said unto him, Where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us that we may know them.
And guess what? When they say that we may know them, right? Hey, guess that's not talking about so we can dab them up, right? It's going into what? When it said in the book of Genesis, when it says when Adam knew his wife again, right? If you got ears to hear it, if you understand what we're saying, man, right? It says, "Where are the men which came in thee to this night? Bring them out unto us that we may know them." So you just had the lust spirit just roaming around, damn, 100%, 200%, man. They saw some new strange people because the people that's already inside them, they had already popped each other like 1,000 times, right? It's kind of getting old. So they want somebody new. They see these strange men. But you probably get the angels probably like, damn, buff, 7 feet tall, right? Brothers like this, the beards, You know what I'm saying? With the warlike apparel. So you probably had the angels looking like that. So they're probably like, damn, right? Wonder what it'll feel like. And then the mind start wondering, and then they go ahead and try to creep up to the house, man. All right. So, Khan, and let's keep going.
Verse 6. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly.
All right, don't do so wickedly. Go ahead.
Behold, now I have 2 daughters, which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof.
See that? She say, hey, Lot was like, hey, I have 2 daughters that haven't known the man. Right? Hey, why don't you take them instead of these men? And guess what? These men, they didn't want the woman, right? They want to go after the strange flesh. Right? Hey man, this is madness. This is madness. But yeah, we can skip down though, right? To verse 12, right?
Verse 12.
Come.
And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place.
Right, bring them out of this place, man. Try to deliver them, right? Bring them out. Because great evil, so like great destruction is going to come upon Sodom and Gomorrah, right?
For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it.
You see that? And the Lord is going to do that same exact thing with Babylon the Great and the other cities thereof, right? He's going to send down death angels to destroy the city. Go ahead.
And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy the city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law.
See that? It's like, hey, get out of here. The Lord's going to bring down fire and brimstone upon the city. You got to get out. And his sons-in-law is like, what? Man, get out of here. What are you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? Hey, this crazy old man, probably called him a crazy old man, right? Get out of here. Probably was throwing stuff at him, right? Get out of here, right? And guess what, man? And that's what happens now too. Try to tell your aunt, try to tell your uncle, try to tell your father, your brother, your actual physical brother or sister. You try to tell them about the truth, and the Lord is going to come back with the thousands of angels, and he's sore displeased with the wicked, etc., etc. If you don't repent, you're gonna get killed. And we try to deliver them, but guess what? They're like, man, get out of here, right? Get out of here with that. Why don't you just smoke this blunt with me? Stop with that, Matt. Put that Bible down. Put that book down. So Khan, right? It's the same thing. Khan, let's keep going.
Verse 15. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city.
Right. If you don't deliver yourself, and if the Most High doesn't deliver us, then we will be consumed in the iniquity of the city. Right. We'll be partakers of the destruction of Babylon. Right. And we don't want that to happen. Right. Come.
And while he lingered, the man laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him. And they brought him forth and set him without the city.
Right. So we can't be like Lot that lingered. Right. He was just lingering around. He was packing up all his stuff. He was just like, damn, it's like he's looking at this. Yep, this is where I took my daughter to the first day when she went to the park. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the photos and all this, or a picture, or whatever, right? Looking at the stone tablet, right? Looking at that. Probably Lot had a big possession, man. We have to remember that. Remember, Lot wasn't just some poor man, some random dude. He had a lot of stuff, a lot of great possession. And he's probably sitting down on the porch. Yeah, that's crazy, right? We're gonna leave this. Yeah, I remember that. And guess what? We can't be like Lot that lingered. The Lord said, get the hell out of here. And Lot was lingering. So the Lord could have been like, hey, no, you know what? Since you like Sodom and Gomorrah so much, guess what? Die with it. But the Lord had mercy on him, and the angel literally took him by the hand and let him out, right? But yeah, and then we can skip down for time's sake. We can skip down, right? Let's read verse 17, and then we'll skip down.
Verse 17. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed.
Yeah, you see that? So the Lord said, escape for thy life. Don't look back. Do not look back, man. Right? Hey, let's go to that real quick, right? We can't look back. Let's go to the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 13. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before. So Paul, he said he forgets those things that are behind and he reaches forth unto those things which are before. His mind is focused on the kingdom of heaven. His mind is focused on things in the future, not in things in the past. Right? You have certain people that's just thinking about what they used to do in the world all day. Right? Man, I had all the women. I had all the clothes. I had all that. Right? The Lord said, do not look back. Escape for thy life. Khan, you got out.
Verse 28, Genesis 19 and verse 28, and it reads, And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace.
You see that? And it's like start at verse 23 real quick.
Slakia. Verse 23. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar.
That's spiritual as well, right? That sun, right? Going into the heat of the day as well, but Khan, you got it.
Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven.
You see that? And that's also spiritual too, because when the sun comes up and it's like the sun has a rose, people is just doing their day to day. The last thing they think is that the Lord is going to judge them with fire and brimstone. That's the last thing on their mind, right? They're just doing their day to day. So shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man, right? They're just doing their day to day, and all of a sudden they get that thing, that alert on their phone, missile, ICBM missile incoming, right? And then a martial law kicks off. Boom, this and that. The sirens, boom, 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 right? Famine kicking off. It's going to be like that, like a snap of a finger. The Lord is going to come like a thief in the night, just like how he came like a thief in the night when it came to the days of Lot and in the days of Noah, right? Like how the Lord says he arose, he awaked out of one that's he awaked like as one out of sleep, man. He just awoke, rose to judgment out of nowhere. That's how the Lord deals. If you're not taking heed to the signs and you're so ignorant of them, right? You're not paying attention to the signs and you're so clueless that you're living in the end of the world. Guess what? It's going to come to you like a thief in the night. But it's going to come to the servants of the Lord like, oh, well, this is expected. This is the day we've been waiting for, man. When all hell breaks loose, God forbid, we're the brother that says, oh, wait, it's really happening. Right? I don't know what to do. Right? Lord willing, we're going to be in that spirit. It's like, hey, finally it's here. It's finally here. Right? We praise in the name of the Lord. Right? But Khan, you got a point of precept.
I'm gonna get precept real quick. Yeah, the Lord destroyed that place, man. Right? And the thing, it's funny too when you read it, like the brother said, you can't just read it like it's a novel, a newspaper. You're on the toilet, you just reading the newspaper, and it is what it is. Then you put it to the side to wipe, right? No, this Bible is salt, man. Because when you read the prior chapter of this, right? What's it called? When the Lord was talking to Abraham kept asking the Lord, "You're not going to destroy it for 40 people, peradventure? No, peradventure, you want to destroy it for 30, 20. And it goes all the way down and stuff like that. The Lord said, I'm not going to destroy it for 5. Something like that. Right, let me get this verse. Right? Genesis chapter 18, right, in verse 32. And he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure, 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned into his place. So, Abraham, he kept saying, 10, 20, 10 people. The Lord said, I'm not going to destroy for 10 people. Right? So Abraham probably thought in his mind, hey, cool. Hey, that means, hey, it might not get destroyed. Right when you read Genesis chapter 19, right? In verse 27, it reads, And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. So Abraham probably thought, okay, he's not going to destroy it. My nephew Lot, he's straight. He woke up in the morning and it's destroyed, man. He's like, hey, man, like, dang, man. Right, the Lord's funny. If brothers can get it, brothers might not be able to get it. They might have a dry sense of humor. It is what it is, man. Right? But this is the book of Sirach, chapter 16, and verse 8, and it reads, Neither spared he the place where Lot sojourned, but abhorred them for their pride. So Sodom and Gomorrah is known for their pride, right? Verse 9, he pitied not the people of perdition who were taken away in their sins. So he's not going to pity people when he destroys them, man. Stop thinking the Lord going to feel bad when he destroy you. You was over here committing wickedness, man. Trying to rape his angels, right? You think the Lord going to come back and have pity upon you, man? He going to be crying while destroying you? No, man. The Lord going to destroy you, man. Right? But that's all.
That's right. That's right. And since we touched on the topic of sodomy, real quick, I just want to show this. Yeah, it's just madness on the earth, right? So yeah, you got Dwayne Wade, in his I don't even know what to call him. I don't even know what to call him for real. It's a dude, all right. It's a dude, all right. And he's wearing a damn dress. He's wearing a dress to represent, because that's actually Kobe Bryant's letter, or it's lucky not letter, number, all right, on his jersey. And in order to basically represent him, he put on this dress, right? He put on this dress. So that, and it's complete folly, is complete madness for real, man. It's complete madness, right? Deuteronomy 22:5, man. Right, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Now that shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so on abomination to Yahweh Bahashim Mashak Yahushua. So this is an abomination right here, man. Right, I don't care what the hell you say. Right, this is an abomination. And you probably had this going on in Sodom and Gomorrah. If you had it going on now, you probably had it going on in Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? Men putting on. Hey, this is how you know it's modern day Sodom and Gomorrah too, because literally in my classroom, a dude was like, "Yeah, you could just do it." He was saying like, maybe the roles. Hey, he's like, it's okay for the roles to be reversed. The woman can be the masculine energy in the household, and a man could be the feminine energy in the household. That's essentially what he was saying, man. I was like, that's complete madness. And he was saying, like, what else was he saying? He was like, it's okay for a boy if he wants to wear girls' clothes sometimes. And the teacher's like, you're just like, yeah. No, to hell with that, bro. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? It's a damn Edomite too. So you Edomites, you the damn problem too, man. All right, so Khan.
I got a precept with that real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's off. All right. No word. David wasn't wearing a skirt. All right. Abraham wasn't walking around in bell bottoms, man. All right. Hey, they was man of the Lord. Right. This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 15, and verse 11. And Asa did that which was right in the eyes of the Lord, as David his father. So Asa, he did that which was right in the eyes of the Lord, as David his father. So let's see what he did. And he took away the Sodomites out of the land and removed all the idols that his fathers had made, man. So this man took the Sodomite out of the land. He cut them down out of the land of the living. If you was popping a man on a man, if you was getting popped by a man and you a man, guess what? You got destroyed, man, cut down. And the Lord, guess what? That's right in the eyes of the Lord. The Lord's going to do that when he comes back. A lot of people say, you don't tell him that. Don't offend him. Respect what he believes and things of that nature. Hey, the Lord's no respect a person. When he comes back, it's either you keeping the commandments or you're not. If you want to say you're a female, even though you're a man, guess what? The Lord going to catch up with you and deal with you accordingly, man. Right? So what's it called? They call evil good and good evil. Let me get this real quick. Right? In Isaiah. Right? The Lord's not dealing with that. You may say something. You might be at school, like the brother said. Let's say Yasharala raised his hand up, right, and say that's going right. He raised his hands up. He get called on. Like, my teacher called on him. Yeah, you. Right. He says, yeah, that's going off. He's going off. He's not supposed to do that. Then he get the Bible out his bag, pull it out. This is the book of right, the pocket rocket, man. Like the pocket rocket. Hey, this is a book of Deuteronomy, if I'm not mistaken, 23 and verse 17, Leviticus 18, and things of that nature. He brings that out. Guess what? He might have to go to the principal. He might have to go to the principal, and now he got ISS. He got OSS, out of school suspension for speaking up. And guess what? No college. He is on his college on his record now. Now, no college is going to accept him. Right? So this is the book of Isaiah, right? Madness, man. Chapter 5. I think it's chapter 5 and verse 20. And it reads, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So these people, man, they call evil good and good evil, man. They say that homosexual, that's okay. Respect him. God loves everybody. Look, God loves everybody. But last time I checked, when you read 2 Kings, if I'm not mistaken, Micaiah, hey man, guess what? He gonna come speak the words of the Lord. Either first, I think it's First Kings actually. So like First Kings, right? Let me get that precept real quick. He gonna speak the words of the Lord, and it's what it is, right? That's what the prophet's gonna do in these last days. There we go. Right. So this is the book of First Kings, chapter 22, and verse 14. And Micaiah said, as the Lord liveth, what the Lord saith unto me, that will I speak, man. And it is what it is. So people going to hate you in this thing, right? But guess what? I'd rather speak in righteousness the words of the Lord than wickedness, man, and be accepted of men. But Khan, you got it.
Khan, that's right. That's mighty. That's right, man. Like, Khan. And I heard that a lot of the University of Californians, right? You have about like around, if not mistaken, like 7 to like 8 or something like that. UCs, they're called UCs, University of Californians, right? And a lot of them, there's like a large gay population in a lot of them. I saw like a couple posts, people talking about, I was kind of like searching for colleges and whatnot. And then when it came down to one of the colleges I applied to, because down in Southern Cali, somebody was like, everybody is gay here. I was like, oh my gosh, man. I was like, hell no, man. Right? That's crazy. It's just a lot of, homosexuals, a lot of effeminate men, right? Walking around. If you don't support them, then you're going to be mocked. You're going to be ridiculed. And you're going to be ostracized. You're going to be looked at like a weirdo, So it's crazy, man. But Con, I want to get this precept, 2 Peter 2. Going into Lot. All right. Going into Lot. 2 Peter chapter 2. And remember, a lot of these men, a lot of our forefathers, they walked as an example. And a lot of stuff that they went through, we're also going through in this present world right now. 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So it's an example, right? When you read Genesis, when you read the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, read about the accounts of Noah, read about the accounts of our forefathers going into captivity for their wickedness. That's all for an example as well, that you may learn. right? Romans 15:4. Whatsoever was written aforetime was written for our learning. Okay, so when you're reading the damn these scriptures, it's not just, well, yeah, Noah, man, Noah was not, Noah was mighty, right? A lot, Abraham, Abraham was mighty, right? Jacob was funny, man, right? It's not just, it's not just that, right? It's deeper than that. It's deeper than just knowing, you know what I'm saying? It's you have to actually analyze it through the spirit. All right, verse 7. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. You see that? So Lot, he was living around the unrighteous from day to day, and he was vexed in his spirit, right? With their unlawful, with their slakia, with their filthy conversation, their filthy ways, their lasciviousness, their lust. And he probably overheard a million times men popping men, right? He had to deal with that sound, you know. He had to probably deal with a lot of times pedophilia. He had to deal with a lot of times probably men popping animals, and he can hear it at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? That's off. That's madness. And if you're a righteous man, you live during that time, guess what? That would vex your righteous soul, man. Because guess what? You are an abomination to a sinner. And a sinner, and to a sinner, you are an abomination to him. Because you're godly and he's ungodly. So what communion have godliness with unrighteousness, man? There is no communion. What fellowship have a lamb with the wolf? There is no fellowship, right? So what the hell are we doing, right? Hanging around and being around people that's in a world whose talk is lascivious and madness and lust and concupiscence. We have to limit that interaction with them, man. But Khan, Slocky, I just want to touch on verse 8. For that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing. So he saw and heard it. You see that? Vex his righteous soul from day to day with the unlawful deeds. And when I'm running around worldly people, man, it's just vexing my spirit, right? On the damn intercom, right? Hearing women talking about committing adultery. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Right? I'm not trying to hear that, for real. Here I am washing the dishes. That's all I hear in my damn ear, right? A woman talking about how another dude's privy member, right? All that is madness, right? Overhearing people talking about this and that, and what they're gonna do, and all this and that, man. It's complete madness, right? And Khan, I just want to touch on verse 9 as well. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations. So the Lord, he knows how to do that. You're going through temptation. The Lord knows how to deliver you from that, right? And to preserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. So the unjust, they're going to be reserved unto the day of punishment. So don't think that that the wicked is going to get away from the wickedness. The Lord said he will not at all acquit the wicked in the book of Nahum, the 1st chapter. So Khan, you got it, King.
Yeah, that's all, King. You got it. So we can get back into it or something.
All right, Khan. Right. So going back to Luke chapter 17, right? We can just read verse 29 again.
Okay. Luke 17 and verse 29. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom and Slakia. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all.
Yeah, so that's what's going to happen again. As soon as the elect leave Babylon the Great, guess what? That fire and brimstone's coming down, man. Right? Khan, you got it.
Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed.
See that? So Yahweh Shah is literally doing that comparison. It's going to just be like that when the Son of Man comes back. Right? When I come back, man, it's going to be like that. Right? So, and really that's Khan, that's really it on that. But yeah, Khan. So Yeah, this has been going into the days of madness, the days of wickedness, the days of evil. This is the type of time that we living in, man. Right, and we have to watch out for this wickedness. Right. Con. So at this time, you had anything else on that?
I know you want to bring it up. One more precept you want to bring out in Luke 21. Don't. Yeah, go ahead, King.
Oh, Con, Luke 21. Con. Hey, the water. I kind of forgot about that precept, right? Let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse number 34, right? And then we can bring out our closing. When it says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. So literally, because like how we're going into, there's a lot of wickedness in the world, and there's a lot of distractions in this world. So it's very, very easy to be caught up into that. So that's why the Lord commanded us to take heed to ourselves. You have to pay attention to yourself. Make sure that you strengthen in the things that remain, right? That are ready to die, because the Lord has not found our works perfect. Make sure you're examining yourself, meditating upon the Lord, right? And trimming your ways, right? But it says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting. Right? What's surfeiting? Surfeiting is doing things in excess. So you don't want to be the brother that's spending 7 hours, right? 7 hours. You damn up late, 7 hours playing the damn video game. You haven't read today, man. Right? You haven't read. You only prayed 5 times, right? And that was like 2 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? And a brother's calling you, texting you, brother, where you at? You know what I'm saying? You good through the spirit. And you're not replying, you're just playing the damn video game. You have to be, you can't let your heart be overcharged with surfeiting, right? In this thing. And if you find yourself being your heart being overcharged with surfeiting, you have to kind of take a step back, get back into the spirit, right? And drunkenness. So drunkenness, literal and physical. You don't be drinking hella damn wine and beer, etc., but also on that spiritual level as well. Are you being drunk with the philosophies and the doctrines of this world and cares of this life? And so the Lord really, he said, hey, that if you don't hate your life, you can't be my disciple. That's what the Lord said. So we have to hate our life in this thing, and so that day come upon you unawares. So don't be like how we always bring out. Don't be that brother that's damn in your room. You've been in your room for about 2 days. Talking to a woman on FaceTime like this, right? Talking to her a damn whole ass day. A whole ass day. 24 hours on the FaceTime. Yeah. Yeah, what you doing? I was just like, hey, your Bible's way over there across the room. Right? Y'all not talking about the Bible. Y'all not talking about the scriptures. Right? And your mind is somewhere else. You playing damn video games, damn eating hot Cheetos, right? You don't know what the hell's going on. And then all of a sudden your power goes out. Boom. And then all hell breaks loose. Right? Jacob's trouble. World War III. Right? All in the moment's instance, man. And you're like, damn. Right? And you can't even find where your fringes are. You can't find them. The Lord hid them. I just had it right here under your damn pile of clothes, your damn dirty ass drawer. You couldn't try to find it, man. You don't even know what the hell is that, right? So we don't want to be that brother, right? But I'm reading just verse 35. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the earth. It's going to come like a snare, like a trap, man. Just like how it was in the days of Noah and in the days of Lot. Look, the people that was with Noah during that time, they didn't watch Noah like this. Yeah, go ahead, go into the ark, go into the ark. You got the whole damn world standing outside of the ark like this, watching Noah build, right? And then go into the ark. Noah wasn't like, all right, guys, I'm going. Gonna go into the boat now. Gonna go, right? And he shuts the door all slowly and stuff. Everybody's just standing there. Oh, I don't see this water from the sky. What's going on? Right? And then Noah's just guess what? That was unexpected. All of a sudden, people just eating, they're just drinking, just damn committing all this damn sins, and all of a sudden the rain started to fall down. Right? It's going to come like a snare. It's going to come unexpectedly for y'all that's in this world, in the world, right? But yeah, sit on that.
I just want to get 1 point on that too. I just want to make 1 point. Other brother said he made 2 very good points. I just want to touch on 1 point though. What's it called? Yeah, if you uploading a video, for example, if you uploading a video and you're watching it and you just watching it, 1%, 5 minutes pass, 2%, you're just watching it, right? But right when you fall asleep, you just pass out and fall asleep. You wake back up, you rubbing your eyes, you look on the video on YouTube. It been uploaded an hour ago, man. Guess what? Because you took your eyes off of it, man. That's why it went so-called faster. Right when you take your eyes off the kingdom, right when you take your eyes off the truth, guess what? Things gonna start heating up, because you're not paying attention, and you're gonna be caught out there, man. The people in Sodom and Gomorrah, you gotta really visualize this, man. They didn't really get as a warning as we have right now. Imagine just a chariot appearing out of nowhere and start get to blowing that thing, man. You just see two chariots out of nowhere, right? You just walk in like this brother said, and they hit the day. Everybody's just doing their own thing. They got cattle with them. They're buying and selling. They're drinking. They're in fornication. Out of nowhere, a chariot just appears out of nowhere, and it's up there, man. And guess what? Now you burnt up in a matter of 3 seconds, man. The Lord will come at a time you least expect it. Lord willing, in that day, this brother, myself, and all the brothers and sisters, whoever watching this, and whoever's not watching this, and it's true, but they're sincere in this thing, they believe in the Most High God, they believe in His Son, Yahushua. Lord willing, in that day, we're found doing something righteous in that day, and we're kept away from this snare, and from this trap, and from the hour of temptation, and we endure to the end on the right-hand side of the Most High God. Right? I'm going to get my closing precept, though. In Luke chapter 18 and verse 1, and it reads, "And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that man ought always to pray and not to faint." So we should be always praying for yourself, for other brothers, and for other sisters, man. Man, pray. If you don't have nothing to pray about, pray for something, man. Pray for the eldership that they increase in wisdom and increase in leadership, man. Pray for the poor. Pray for your argument aquathium, man. Pray for more laborers. Pray that you endure to the end on the right-hand side and escape, that you're worthy to escape all these things that's about to come to pass on the earth, man. Pray for something. Pray for the people who's about to fall out. You got people who's about to fall out as we speak, man. Pray for the people that more laborers come into this thing and more sincere brothers and sisters come into this thing, man. Pray for something. But the Lord said, pray without ceasing in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, right? But I want to go down to verse 7, right? And it reads, Luke 18 and verse 7. And it reads, "And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with them?" Right, so the elect, they're crying day and night unto the Lord. The elect don't want to wake up early after slaving, right? They're very tired. That's what they gotta wake up early and do the same thing over. You got some people who wake up, and guess what? They're depressed because they had to wake up to another day in Babylon. They get up, they start rubbing their eyes, and they're just sitting on their bed, meditating and just shaking their head, man. Right? They start beating themselves up consciously, man. The elect don't want to be here. The elect is praying for Russia to invade Ukraine to get everything started. Right? Verse 8, "I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth." So if you're praying day and night to the Lord to be saved from this hellhole, for things to be, for time to be quickened, guess what? The Lord going to save you. Because you actually want to get out of here and hasten the days, man. But Khan, I said, King, you got it.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I had a two-piece, man. I had a two-piece. Right? Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 8. Right? It says, "Thus saith Yahweh, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in a day of salvation have I helped thee." So in the day of salvation, the Lord's going to help you, man. If you're part of the elect, you have nothing to worry about. Every little thing that happens in your life is going to lead you up to getting the kingdom of heaven. Guarantee you that, man. That's Romans chapter 8, verse 28. So though you may be in a low condition now, guess what? In your latter end, you're going to greatly increase, right? Pursuing also to the book of Job, right? What it says, "And in the day of salvation have I helped thee, and I'll preserve thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages," man. So you see that? And that's what the Lord is saying to the elect. You're going to govern the earth in righteousness, man. Right? You probably, I'm probably talking to a king back on the earth right now, man. Right? For Lord willing, I'm part of that number. Lord willing, Brother Ahbayah is part of that number of the governing body Yahweh Bashim Mashak Yahweh, right? So Khan. And then also here's the other precept, right? And guess what? In order for us to get to that level, we got to go through the pain, the affliction, Jacob's trouble, World War III, right? Yahweh Shah's second coming, the trials, the tribulations. It has to happen. We got to go through it, right? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 22. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. So we're a small one right now, but in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to become a strong nation, man. And it says, I, Yahweh, will hasten it in his time. So like how the brother said, the Lord's going to hasten it, right? And the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh is going to hasten it in his time. And we pray that he does. Can't wait to the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? Can't wait. Can't wait till we actually have peace. You know? Can't wait till, you actually have a beautiful Israelite woman, wife, whom your soul delighteth in and your soul can actually trust. Right? Who is sincere, because we're all going to be sincere. We're all going to be righteous. You ain't got to worry about false brethren. You got to worry about Esau. You have to worry about going to work, going to job, making a damn chicken sandwich at KFC. You don't got to worry about that. Right? Or your boss talking down your neck, breathing down your neck. Right? You got to worry about that, man. So all praise to Yahweh, man. So come with that. We're closing out. It's been the days of madness and evil, the times that we're living in. Brought to you by Brother Yasharala,
Brother Ahbayah,
Khan, and also Brother Yishmayah. But he kind of had to go earlier. So all praise to the Most High God. Lord willing, this is edifying. And also the water for the brothers that hopped on, Brother Ahbayah and Brother Yishmayah. Right. Again, you know what I'm saying? Always welcome. So Khan. But yeah, with that, Kwame Yasharala, Shalom.